Hey, what's up guys, Weekly Light here, and it's been a while since I last did a video, but now that it's summer, I have summer plans on what I'm doing, and so what I'm going to be doing this summer is I'm going to be trying to make 4D chess. I always joked about checkmating people in 4D chess before they even realized they were playing, and I thought, you know what, it could probably actually be done, make 4D chess. And I'm pretty sure someone's actually made it already, but I don't want to look at how they did it because I know I'll just copy them if I actually see how it's done and implemented. So I came up with my own 4D chess. It might be like the worst game ever, but I just want to see if it works. So basically, you have 2D chess. It still works the same. Each board is 2D chess. But then you have a third dimension. You can go up and down a floor, right? So black will start at the top floor and white will start on the bottom floor, and you can use your turn to go up a floor or down a floor. So that's the third dimension. And then the fourth dimension is you're going to have past, present, and future. So it's going to be like time-based. So basically, moving a piece in the past also moves it in the future if it has the same position. You can only move it if the pieces line up, because that way the future is always after the past. So basically the past can get you 3 moves. So you would think you'd always want to move in the past, but since it's harder to move in the past, there's more reward. So it's like a risk-reward thing, or like, you know, it's to balance it. And also, if you defeat a piece in the past, it gets eliminated in all the futures. So basically, you want to start, I guess, early game in the past and then late game in the future, because as the game progresses, it's going to be harder to move in the past, but easier to move in the future, so it seems like you're actually progressing through time. So I did some balancing changes also. So black will start on the high ground since it goes second. Everyone knows high ground gets the advantage. Also, I figured it's going to be like impossible to actually checkmate a king, considering the king can just hop up and down floors. So I figure, you know what, just make it so you can actually just take out the king. Just if your opponent's not paying attention, or if you get 2 separate kings in a bad spot, you can just, you know, make it so that they have to choose which king dies, and then they lose. Yeah, so no checkmate required. So then I went and I made all the classes and whatnot on a piece of paper, and there's still some things I haven't figured out yet, and I wasn't sure how to use the mouse pointer stuff, because all I know is from 1 year of Java in a computer science class, Mr. Holcomb. So what I did was I had to learn how to use mouse info, pointer info, and mouse listener, and also screen size, because I didn't know how to use these. But luckily the Java API is extremely easy, and they have a list of all the methods and all the instance variables. So then this is what I have so far after maybe like about 2-3 hours of coding. It's not very impressive because I type super slowly, but I have a piece class which has a type and ID, so it's gonna be like there's 5 types of pieces, I believe. I don't play a lot of chess, and I think this is called the knight, but knight, but I call it the horse. So screw it. It needs to be readable for me. 32 pieces, because there's 32 pieces on the board, I believe, 16 and 16. And then of course the constructor, and then the accessors. So the board class is a 2D array of pieces, and then I'm going to have a boolean determine the turn. I was thinking a string, but I'm thinking boolean's better, because the boolean only has 2 conditions. It's either black or white, right? True or false. So my constructor for now, it initializes it for 16 by 24, because as you see here, it's going to be 16 by 24. And then turn will be false, because false is white. The only method I was able to make so far is the remove method. Basically, it just removes the piece, and then it checks anything further right with the same ID, because further right is in the future. So anything in the future further right will also be deleted if it has the same ID, because if the ID matches. And then I'm working on a lines up method. I think I have it figured out, but not yet. I still have to implement that. And I have about 6 other methods. The brunt of the work's going to be here in the board class. And then I have the chess class here, which will have a board, a mount. Basically, this is just where the user interface stuff happens, like the painting and stuff. So this is where the logic takes place. Logic takes place in board, and then displaying stuff pretty much takes place in chess, and like because the chess has a board and the board has pieces, and then main 4D. This is just literally setting up the screen and stuff. So when you run main 4D, it just for now I just put a 500 by 500 black rectangle on the screen, and I was just a proof of concept in the chess.java file. I have all the mouse things, and I just wanted to check if they worked, and they do, because like when I click here, which is about 500, it will say clicked 502, 502, which means that it does in fact track the location of the cursor when I click, and it can tell when it enters and exits the field, as you can see. So that's my progress so far. I'm going to try to keep you updated on this project as I try to complete a 40 chess game. If you see any glaring issues, like I know my board class is going to be god-awful and super redundant, and the piece class, I think this is really poorly designed here, but this is the only way I could think of actually implementing it. So, yeah, this is just an update. This is day one. Try to complete this within 7 days. So, thank you for watching, yeah.